the weaponization of digital loyalty. The Syrian Electronic Army (SEA) pioneered a model of state-aligned hacktivism, transforming patriotic fervor into a potent instrument of geopolitical information warfare. The emergence of the Syrian Electronic Army (SEA) in 2011 marked a critical inflection point in the convergence of cyber operations and statecraft.
Born from the crucible of the Arab Spring, the group represented a strategic adaptation by the Assad regime to a new battlefield, the global information space. Unlike the anarchic ethos of groups like Anonymous, the SEA operated under a doctrine of digital patriotism, systematically targeting Western media and infrastructure to defend a national narrative.
This evolution from a seemingly grassroots loyalist movement to a state-aligned actor demonstrates how non-state cyber groups can be leveraged as deniable, highly effective proxies for achieving political and military objectives, setting a precedent for modern hybrid conflict.
From grassroots hackers to state proxy, the SEA's operational history reveals a deliberate blurring of lines between independent hacktivism and state-sponsored cyber warfare. Initial analysis of the SEA suggested a loose collective of pro-Assad youth, but forensic investigations by firms like FireEye and Mandiant uncovered tangible links to Syrian state telecommunications infrastructure.
This transition was not organic, but a calculated co-option, where the regime provided tacit approval and likely logistical support, transforming the group into a force multiplier. The SEA's core mission crystallized around information warfare, specifically designed to undermine the credibility of international media reporting on the Syrian civil war.
By operating in this grey zone between independent and state-controlled, the Assad regime gained plausible deniability while deploying a highly agile and psychologically impactful cyber weapon against its adversaries.
Strategic impact through asymmetric disruption. The SEA's most successful operations exploited systemic trust in digital platforms to inflict tangible financial and psychological damage. The group's methodology relied on deceptively simple yet high-impact techniques, including spear phishing, social engineering, and DNS hijacking to compromise trusted institutions.
The 2013 breach of the Associated Press Twitter account, which falsely reported an attack on the White House, triggered a $130 billion flash crash in new markets, exemplifying how cyber operations can directly manipulate real-world systems.
By targeting the DNS records of Microsoft, Skype, and Twitter, the SEA demonstrated an understanding of centralized internet choke points, enabling mass redirection of traffic for propaganda dissemination. Each operation was a calibrated strike aimed less at data theft and more at eroding public trust in media, sowing confusion and reinforcing the Syrian regime's geopolitical narrative through amplified disinformation.
The proliferating blueprint for hybrid conflict. The SEA's legacy is a proven playbook for leveraging hacktivism as a deniable, cost-effective tool for state-level influence campaigns. The strategic verdict on the SEA is that it successfully operationalized a model of cyber-enabled psychological operations that has since been adopted by state and non-state actors globally.
Its activities provided a blueprint for how to weaponize social media and trusted digital platforms to achieve disproportionate geopolitical effects with minimal resource investment. The primary risk moving forward is the proliferation and refinement of this model, lowering the barrier to entry for information warfare.
Future projections indicate that similar groups will increasingly leverage artificial intelligence for hyper-targeted phishing and deepfake propaganda, making attribution more difficult and attacks more scalable. The imperative for defenders is to shift security paradigms from pure data protection to safeguarding institutional credibility and public trust in the digital information ecosystem.